Welcome again to day 3, everyone. I'm here with Devin Fredericksen, and he's going to be speaking about vitality and excellence. And the talk is going to pertain to how we're really aligning and operating now that we've gone through all of the practice to really implement the pieces of our puzzle, the mind, body, spirit aspects of the self. And through that disciplined practice, now we're actually operating the cognitive, emotional, and physical, or essentially becoming the embodiment of that new version of us through all of the practice. And this is what ultimately sets us free. It really allows us to step into that place of true freedom and fulfillment on every level. Devin, thanks again for being here and for sharing your experience and your wisdom. I'll kind of let you take it away. I might step in from time to time just to ask a few questions, but love to hear your take on vitality and excellence.
Thanks, brother. So stoked to be here. And yeah, as you were sharing, I'm realizing that there are a couple of pieces in regards to this that might help give clarity why I chose this on day 3. So to me, vitality, the ability and capacity to live, grow, and give. So the reason why I focus on vitality is, one, I've seen what focusing and cultivating the vitality in my body, the life force energy, the sexual energy in my body has changed my world. I went from being a 6-year-old boy exposed to pornography, addicted to pornography, dealing with excessive masturbation, having not a focused mind, and still navigating with somewhat semblance of success, to learning how to cultivate and connect to that life force energy in my body. It's another word is creative energy. Prana, mana, chi. The people around the world, they know what this energy is. It's the energy that made you and me. We all come from the act of sex. And in a world that's this energy is so taboo, it is so frowned upon. There isn't an openness to talk about it. Yet from my experience, when I chose to look at this energy in my life, when I chose to give up porn and look at that addiction in my life, when I chose to say, hey, I'm going to go celibate because I saw the way I was relating to women, and I don't want to do that. When I saw the relationship that the external world's extraction perspective and paradigm said, take this, get ahead of that, extract this, I want that, to what can I give? How can I show up? How can I participate and be a part in this web of life? Well, my whole world changed. I went from being drained and not really feeling fully inspired and waking up every day stoked and excited to go and learn. Granted, all of this happened when I was in college. I got a 4.0 the last 2 years of my schooling, at least like the Western education. There wasn't like, I think back to it, there wasn't that much that I still learn and practice today from that time. But when I showed up and brought myself fully forward, I had endless levels of energy than I did before. I was able to be present. I wasn't falling asleep in class anymore. Because I was choosing to breathe and like stay present with everything all the time. And so the reason why I bring this focus forward is because I don't see it enough. I know myself. I know the pandemic that is being experienced, an intentional pandemic that is being experienced amongst men, and even more so I've been learning amongst women, around why pornography, it has such a big addiction within humans and how intense it can take over the human body. I just saw a video the other day of a study about the human's brain on heroin and porn. And the human's brain on porn was almost more intense and rugged and destroyed than a brain on heroin, because it is literally, it's accessing dopamine addiction on a whole other level. And so my focus is not pornography. However, that it's here to highlight how much people's energy is being co-opted and psyoped, because porn has more revenue than the Major League Baseball, National Basketball Association, and the National Football League, NBA, NFL, and Major League Baseball, MLB. It has more revenue than all three of those combined. And the amount of people that watch football, that watch baseball, that watch basketball is a lot of people in the United States. And it's got more revenue than that. And so I use this as an example to highlight how people's energy is being drained, consciously or unconsciously. They're choosing to give to that. And the reason why I share that is because when you can return to your vitality and choose to cultivate your creative energy, your life force, your sexual energy, and you choose to consciously direct it to purpose, to connection, to community, to building and creating the life that you truly want in your heart, not from what others have told you externally, there's so much that can happen, because the amount of energy that people are just letting leak out into the world is crazy. And I'll be the first person to say, I was a part of that. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And so bringing it back to the ability to live, give, and grow, vitality is this energy that affects everything in life. How many of you have ever been walking down the street, gone into a room, and just noticed someone where they're glowing from the inside out? Whether they're in really good physical shape, their spirit is strong, whatever it may be, it's beyond obvious. I've had enough of experiences of those, and I know so many other people reflect that to me. So this vitality is pervasive, it's permeable. You can literally sense it and feel it, not only see it, but it's obvious when someone is letting that energy be inside of them. And you asked me a question earlier about people who said, oh, if I'm stuck in my story, my trauma, my difficulties, whatever it may be, how do I get out of it? What I want to remind all of us who are listening right now, myself included, that it's the smartest people, the most talented people aren't always the most successful. People who have success have that energy inside of them, that drive, that willingness to say, I'm going to show up. It's hard. I'm tired right now. Whatever you insert, they say, I'm going to show up. And so this energy is directly related to that vitality, because when we go and we look at science, science has recognized that we are electromagnetic beings, that we live in a world that is beyond form, that there's waves, there's particles, there's so much more energy that we still may not even fully comprehend with the cognitive mind. Yet I have experienced it by experiencing, and I use sex as an example because it is something that's so tangible. It's so visible to be like, wow, this is happening, now this is not. And so I've experienced life-shattering experiences of full body orgasm. You can also just call that experiencing energy moving through my body. And other times where I haven't, and I felt drained. And so I've gotten to witness what energy can be like moving through my body, channeling it in my body, going on a 12-mile hike, 8 miles barefoot, and then running 4 miles uphill and feeling the vitality in my body, even though I'm tired and I'm running uphill. The willingness and the decision to say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to choose this, because to me, choice is such a part of vitality. If I want to choose to cultivate my vitality, I can. If I don't want to choose to cultivate my vitality, I can sit on the couch, I can turn on Netflix, I can eat chips, I can eat processed foods, I can do all of that. And so, like I had shared earlier, it comes back to responsibility. Are you being responsible for your life? If you're here on day 3, if you've made it this far, you're willing to learn the practices, you're willing to listen to these people sharing with you monumental opportunities to change your whole entire world. Your mind, your body, your spirit, like these things, when you bring them into harmony, you can do so much more than you really think is even possible. And so if you're here on day 3, that's why I'm talking about vitality and excellence, is because you can do more than you thought. As a man, I didn't know that I could make love. Yes.
Try again, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want just keep going?
Yeah, just that last little maybe 30 seconds.
Perfect. So if you've made it this far, if you've gone through day 1 and day 2, the reason why I'm here to talk about vitality and excellence on day 3 is because your responsibility to choose to cultivate your energy will change your life. And for me, I did not know that as a man that I could experience multiple orgasms. I could experience non-ejaculatory orgasm. My whole world was just this perspective that was given to me from porn, from society, from life that said, hey, you just do this. And so that example for me of experiencing something that was far more pleasurable, far more energizing, far more connective applied to life was like, wow, what else is available for me? What else can I do? What else is not actually the case? And so in doing so, your vitality is directly connected to excellence because, in my opinion, life wants excellence. Life wants to be the best. Why is there this term or this phrase around survival of the fittest? I would use the word fittest as best suited to thrive or best suited to continue. And it's not just the talent, because talent can sit on the couch and just let it all waste away. Talent can say, oh no, I don't have the capacity to do it. And someone who's willing to choose and you say, hey, I'm going to be responsible for my life. I want to be successful. I want to have a family. I want to have the best relationship in my life. I want to be the strongest, fittest, healthiest in my body and be responsible to be consistent and committed and show up in devotion, even when you're tired. Maybe you're tired is telling you, I need to keep going. Because I can tell you the amount of times I've gone to train my body when I've been tired, and I feel there has not been a time where I've gone to train my body and I've been tired and I feel worse afterwards. And this has been
100%.
over 20 years of training. And I know you know this, brother. So vitality and excellence are interconnected because how are you giving your greatest offering back to life? You have tools. You have the awareness inside of you. You're here on day 3. So what is life asking you to give? And in my eyes, life wants the best. So whatever your best is your best. There's no scale of like, well, he's faster than me, he's stronger than me, he's better looking than me, she's prettier than me, she's more this. It is not, life doesn't have a comparison scale. This is human created. Life wants your best offering. Life wants all that you can give. And I shared this earlier. The trees are not sitting here being like, oh, well, that tree's taller than me and they're giving more, or they're putting out more seeds, or this one bird's like, that whale's bigger than me, so it can jump out of the water, but I can fly. What's the point? Life wants you to give. And so to me, vitality and excellence are two parts of the same braid, because when I focus on cultivating my life force energy, and I recognize that I can utilize that same energy that is creating life. Again, vitality, the ability to give, live, and grow. This same energy that birthed me, that birthed you, Lee, that birthed you watching this, that's life force energy, that's sexual energy, creative energy. That same energy can be channeled into your purpose and your mission. That same energy can be channeled and directed into the health of your body. That same energy can be channeled and directed into your relationships and how you show up in life and how you communicate, whether it's art, whether it's music. It's moving through me. My chair just almost knocked over. So please.
So brother, I wanna I want you to speak to the fulfillment and freedom that would bring a person, and what does that actually mean to you?
Yeah. So I'm just going to step off this chair. So fulfillment and freedom to me is not letting external things control you, recognizing that, again, this responsibility is inside you. I'm responsible for myself. If someone's going to tell me, take this medicine, take this shot, eat this food, and I know it's bad for me, why am I going to do it? I understand respect for others, but if someone is telling me to go do this job or go and do something that is not fulfilling, that is not central and core and essential to who I am and to not harming life, then I need to recognize that I have to say no. And so how this works is, and I say this to men, it's both men and women, our sexual energy, our creative energy, our life force energy. I speak specifically to men because I'm a man and I'm most relatable and understand that experience. As men, we are the protectors and providers of our community. We are the protectors and providers of ourselves, of our brothers, of the women, the sisters, and the children, and our future, and honoring our ancestors and what has been given to us. So our fulfillment and freedom is in recognizing this. When men are looking at porn, when men are distracted, when men are being just sat down in a cubicle and told to do this, that fulfillment is gone, because their energy, that connection, it is vitality. When I connect to my sexual energy, I'm ravenous, I'm alive, I'm like, oh, let's go. But it's not in like, I just want to get something, I want to take something. It's just like, okay, I have to give. I have a divine responsibility to show up and protect and provide. My fiance, I want to protect and provide her. I want to give the best I can to her. So if you want to do that and you want to participate in that, your life force energy, your creative energy is one of the most powerful ways to return to that. And that amplifies your fulfillment and your freedom. Because your ability to channel this powerful energy that can create a child into your purpose, into your mission, into how you show up in the world, if you have more energy to do that, that's going to create a regenerative loop that says, wow, I have more to give. I can participate in this project. I can support this. I can support this initiative. We can build a community here. I can start this organization, whatever it is. And so in the aspect related to fulfillment and freedom, if you are disconnected from that vitality, if you're disconnected from this energy that is giving life, you're not going to have the capacity to really show up all of the way, which is the excellent piece. You're not going to be able to give and offer the best that you can. And so it's very simple. I know that I'm talking on a large scale level and this is day 3, so I'm not like giving all the practices and all that stuff. But it's simple. There are not that many things that need to be done to become more vital. Breathe more, train your body, sharpen your mind. What I say is strengthen the body, sharpen the mind, expand your heart, elevate your spirit. When we do that, we have so much more capacity to give. Life is going to say, oh, you're committed. Oh, you're devoted. Okay, here's more. Life is like this to us always. It's not like, oh, Devin, you failed, you messed this up. Well, no, you're not going to get this. Life may give more opportunity, but life is giving to all of us. And so in regards to fulfillment and freedom, when you are no longer controlled by this energy, this energy that people are manipulated by, they use sexual energy to market, to advertise, to get people to buy things that they don't need, to do things that they don't need to do. If we can learn how to channel that energy inside of us and not let external sources manipulate us, and even not let something that's inside of my body that's trying to say, hey, get that dopamine hit, it's so good, and recognizing that delayed gratification is so much better than just a quick release, than a quick hit, than a quick fix. There's so much more that's available in life. And I know this from experience. Like I said, I went from a heavily addicted experience from one thing, and I learned how to move that energy in my body, learn how to like understand what's going on, and that's amplified my whole life. I'm not sure if you can feel this. I know I can feel it. Like just talking about this, I feel like I'm floating. I'm like really doing my best to like ground my feet and channel that energy back down and not let it just like go up and out. So
yeah, I feel the energy, brother, and you know, I think that's a really good thing to point out. You know, just to again kind of bring it back to peak performance. It's like, you know, if you don't have and feel this kind of energy, elevated energy and vitality in your life in any area, you know, it could be to do with your job or your spouse or your significant other, your family. You know, it can be cultivated, you know, and when you really tune into these things, and the tools that we've been talking about for the last 2 days, and you know, the sacred self practice, you know, and then really getting that vitality and excellence in order, then it's like you really can live such a beautiful, abundant life, full of energy, full of more energy than you know what to do with. And
yep.
I don't actually, I don't even think I know how old you are, but I'm closing in on 50 in the next couple of years, and I have more energy than I know what to do with. And
Likewise.
I assume you're the same. Like I can feel it from you, you know. So if all of the other stuff doesn't resonate with anybody who's tuning in, just tune into the fact that you can be vibrant and full of energy no matter what age you are.
Yep.
And there's so much more. So we only have a couple minutes left, brother.
Yeah.
I just any words of wisdom or suggestions that you have for our viewers.
You said it, and I just want to reiterate it. There is so much more. There is so much more available to you. You have so much more to give, and you also are capable of letting so much more into your life. Truly, this life is a gift, and when you choose to honor it, when you choose to show up, that excellence can shine through. So much joy, so much love, so much connection, so much energy can be experienced, and it's beyond words. So receive all the gifts and the energy that Lee has invested in bringing all of these people together. This is a gift to show up and listen to all these people. Do that, implement it, see what's best for you, and show up. Remain committed, because life truly is so magical, is such a gift. And if you're willing to embrace that, it will embrace you.
Mm-hmm. So good. I just want to let that sink in for everyone. Life is such a gift. If you embrace it, it'll embrace you. Brother, thank you so much. Such an honor to have you here. Always grateful for our connections and our drop-ins, and you know, so grateful that you were able to join us for this. Can you share how people can connect with you? Anything that you're up to in the world, you know, platforms or anything like that that you're building? I know a couple of things, but I'll let you share all that.
Yeah. So you can connect with me. One of the easiest ways, because of the state of the world, is Instagram. You can find me with my name, Devin Fredericksen, there, and we can connect and talk a lot about more. I have an upcoming program called Sovereign and Shameless, and this is all about helping men reclaim their sovereignty and heal their relationship with their sexuality so they can thrive and experience that vitality in life and thrive from the bedroom to the boardroom and beyond. So if you want to join a powerful brotherhood that is shifting and transforming how we show up as men and provide and protect and create a beautiful, thriving future, check about that. And I'm just continuously participating and contributing to building communities via permaculture, regenerative agriculture, regenerative nature and systems in general, and just continuing to listen to where that is guiding me. And I'm stoked. So if you have any questions, if any of this, you're like, what are you even talking about? You're crazy. Send me a message. Let me know. I'm here. I love helping men to recognize that we have so much more to give. And I love doing that. So
brother. Thank you so much. Any final words, closing words?
Let's go. All we have is this moment right here, right now. So
Mm,
show up and give it your all.